Hey everybody, this is Ben from Appliance Factory and Mattress Kingdom, and today we're going over some of the most innovative features in laundry machines in 2023. We're going to be talking about everything from removable agitators to brand-specific features like LG's Turbo Wash and Wi-Fi connectivity and why we would need that. So, without further ado, let's get into the features. First feature we're going to talk about is actually one that's been around for a little while, but has continued to be improved upon through the different generations of laundry machines. I'm talking about antimicrobial coatings within the washing machine. This unit is from GE, but you're going to see some version of this in most of the major laundry brands, whether that's LG, Samsung, even Electrolux is offering it now. And where you're going to typically see this is in the gaskets. So this one being GE, it's really easy to see where that coating is because all of their microband surfaces are blue. So you're typically going to see it in the gaskets, and this is really helpful for offsetting one of the main complaints with laundry machines over the years, which is a musty and mildewy smell in the gaskets if you don't maintain them properly. Now, this is not a substitute for proper maintenance. You do still have to clean your machines, but this helps to make them last a lot longer and offset those issues before they come to be big problems. Let's take a look at something else. Well, we're on the subject of antimicrobial. Let's talk about Steam and Sanitize. The last couple of years, those features have become really popular for a couple of different reasons. Sanitize is really nice if you do have a lot of workout gear where you want to make sure that you take care of any lingering odors that might be picked up in that clothing. The other thing that you can use this for is steam functions are really nice if you do have something that you've pulled out of storage after a while and you want to just give it a quick refresh. Things like blue jeans as well, where if you don't want to do a full wash on them and just refresh them, steam is good for that. Another really popular use for steam is things like dress shirts or delicates, where you just want to get them a steam and de-wrinkle them. So those are where a lot of people are going to use those functions, and it's really popular and it's showing up in more and more machines from all of the major brands. While we're over here, let's talk a little bit about auto dispense and Wi-Fi connectivity, just because this GE actually has those functions as well. Now, a lot of people ask, why would I want Wi-Fi connectivity for my laundry machine? And there's a couple of different reasons. A lot of these higher end models do give you the option to download new cycles. So a really popular thing for that is you can download the specific cycle from their app or website for the type of load that you're doing. And that way it's just a more dedicated cleaning for the types of things that you're doing. The other reason you might want to do that, and it actually works really nice with Smart Dispense, this is one I've heard a lot of parents reference, is you can actually set up to start the laundry remotely. So if you have small children and you want them to help out with the laundry, they can go ahead and load the machine, and using the Smart Dispense here, you can actually put a full bottle of soap in this machine so you can get a bunch of loads out of it, and that way you don't have to worry about them spilling laundry detergent all over your floor, because if you've ever had to clean that up, it's a real pain. So it's really nice. You can actually get this thing all set up so they just have to put their clothes in here, and then from the app on your phone you can actually start the load, and that way you know that the laundry is getting done correctly, but they get to help out. And with the dryer, it also syncs with the washing machine. So you can just tell them, hey, just go ahead and switch it when it's done, and then you can set the proper drying cycle as well. And that way you don't have to worry about them shrinking your clothes by using high heat, things of that nature. So really helpful functions. Let's move on to something else. So we're sticking with the GE for now because they have a lot of the really awesome features that we want to talk about. But if you're here for the LG brand specifics or Whirlpool, stick around. We're going to cover those a little bit later. The other thing we want to talk about with this GE before we move on, though, is this does have an overnight wash and dry cycle. That's a really helpful thing for if you have small loads. Again, we talked about it before, like athletic gear, kids' sports uniforms, scrubs, delicates, things of that nature, where you realize you need to do a very quick load, but you don't want to stay up late at night to throw things in the dryer. The overnight wash and dry feature actually continues to tumble throughout the night and air dries. So this is not a substitute for a dryer. Okay, guys, you still want a dedicated dryer for large loads, but for small loads that are going to dry quickly, or if you want them to still be even a little damp for heavier clothing so you can iron it when you pull it out, the overnight wash and dry feature is great, because then in the morning you wake up, you pull things out of the dryer, they're either ready to go if it's a light load, or for heavier things it's just damp, so it's perfect for ironing. Let's go take a look at some other stuff. Let's talk LG. one of the big things that they've come out with recently is this laundry tower. And so you're probably familiar with unitized laundry sets. We've seen them a lot of times in laundromats and in apartment complexes. And it's a substitute for a stacked machine. But what's really cool about this LG is they've actually moved the washer and dryer controls down to the middle of the machine. So if you're on the shorter side, like for instance, I'm 5'9", and reaching up to actually use the controls on a stacked set is kind of difficult. You might need a stool to see what you're actually doing up there. So with the wash tower, they've actually moved their controls down to an area where anyone can reach them. So that's really cool. Let's take a look at some other LG features. We'll get to Whirlpool if that's what you're here for, but for right now, we're talking more LG. So one of the big reasons that LG is so highly rated right now by Consumer Reports in the laundry category is they have what they call Turbo Wash 360. And this comes in a lot of their laundry machines, which, as you can see, it's 5 different jets that actually spray water from all sides of the drum. And what this does is it's gonna give you a really good washing performance, but it really decreases the time that that load has to run. You can actually get a full load of laundry done in about 30 minutes with some of these LG sets with Turbo Wash. So that's a really good time saver and a really nice way to increase the efficiency of your laundry. While we're talking LG too, we've got to mention their ThinQ app. That is, some people pronounce it Think, some people pronounce it ThinQ. I actually don't really know the correct way, but if you say either of those, people know what you're talking about in the laundry field. But what's really nice with that app, and it's something that Wi-Fi connectivity gives you with a lot of these laundry machines, is you can download the cycles like we talked about before, but a lot of times these features actually give you the option to do remote diagnostics on your machine as well. So that way, if you do have an issue where something's not working the way it should, you can send a diagnostic report to LG, and that way when they send the technician out, they hopefully already have the right parts to fix your machine. So it saves you time where you don't actually have to have someone out first to figure out the problem, order the part, and then come out again to install it. So really nice option there. Let's go take a look at some Whirlpool features. Let's talk a little bit about Whirlpool and where they're innovating. One of the traditional arguments when it comes to picking a top-load washer is whether or not you want an agitator. The traditional argument there is agitators give you a better clean, so you're gonna get more of a scrubbing if you're someone who has heavily soiled clothing, you know, children who play sports, get grass stains, mud, if you work on a farm, things of that nature, but they're harder on your clothes. So if you have nice sweaters, have you ever had it where a sweater arm gets wrapped around the agitator and it spins and it gets all stretched out? Or just the other day, actually, I have an agitator in my machine at home, and the string of a hooded sweatshirt got wrapped around the agitator and it took me like 5 minutes to get it untangled. So kind of an issue there of cleaning quality versus being delicate on your clothes. So with Whirlpool, they've actually tried to solve that by introducing a removable agitator that has a handle here that you can actually squeeze the handle, twist it to unlock, and you pull out the agitator. So you get the best of both worlds. Now, this actually hasn't been out for very long. So in the comments, if you have one of these machines, let's know how it works. We're actually very curious if this gives the same cleaning quality as a fixed agitator. So we'd love to hear from you. But that's a very cool innovation from Whirlpool. And next we're gonna talk about something from Electrolux. Next brand we're gonna talk about here is Electrolux. And the reason we're talking about these ones is pods, laundry pods. They've become very popular the last couple of years. And this is one of the only units that's actually specially designed for them. Electrolux actually within their dispenser here has a specific area to put pods in. So I don't know about you, but if you've ever used pods and you get to the end of your cycle and you realize, oh no, the thing didn't fully dissolve and now it's leaked like that powder all over your clothes and you have to rewash them. Electrolux actually has a specific dispenser designed for pods so that you get all the benefits of not having to carry around that big bulky jug that you can spill and make a mess. Clean pods, but with the same washing efficiency, and it's a really cool option. We didn't forget about Samsung. This unit we picked because it has some really cool features that you see from a lot of the brands, but we're gonna talk about Samsung for this one. This one actually has an extra large capacity tub. So previously, if you do a lot of loads of laundry, this might be a great option for you. This is 5.5 cubic feet. This tub is massive. A lot of people might not even be able to fill this thing completely, so if you don't do a ton of laundry and have a huge family, that might not be a feature for you, but it does exist, and that way if you have extra bulky bedding, or if you do 5 or 6 loads a week because your family's always getting crazy and getting into messes, this is a really nice option to decrease the total number of loads that you have to do, save yourself some time. And this one also has what they call an active water jet right here. So where that's really nice is you actually press this button here and it's going to shoot water out of the jet, and that way gives you the option to pre-soak. Dedicated laundry rooms aren't as popular as they used to be, so you might not have a sink right next to your laundry machine anymore. This bridges the gap there, so you don't have to pre-soak in another room, carry the dripping laundry over into your laundry room and try to keep from dripping all over the floor. Lets you do it all right here in the same place. Really cool option there, and very helpful for a lot of people. All right, folks, if you're shopping for a laundry machine in 2023, hopefully that feature overview is helpful for you. We tried to mention all of the brands, and obviously there's some overlap. A lot of these brands are trying to compete with each other, so check with your salesperson to make sure that you're getting the features you need and see if it's available in the brand that you like. If you want to work with one of our dedicated appliance specialists who know all about appliances, hit the link in the description to use our store finder to find a location near you. If there's anything we missed, obviously there's a ton of features out there now, let us know in the comments. That way we can respond to you, or we can make another follow-up video to cover those things. We're happy to help. As always, remember to like the video if it was helpful for you. It really helps us out. And subscribe. Make sure to hit the notification bubble too, so that you don't miss any of our content, because we come out with it all the time. Until next time though, keep it clean.